Hello everyone, Clint here. I hope everybody is doing great today. Today I am finally coming at you with the Unicorn Beetle Pro case from Supcase for the fancy new Galaxy Watch Ultra. Supcase is a little delayed in getting their case out, but I've already done a few reviews on a few other cases, and now it's time for the Big Daddy, the Unicorn Beetle Pro Supcase. So let's go ahead and get into this and take a look at it real quick. Here we got in the box, pretty standard Supcase box there, nothing too exciting. Now this one does come with a screen protector right there. Now me personally, I don't use screen protectors, especially when you got a nice sapphire, dirty sapphire, geez, nice sapphire screen there. Usually does the trick for me. You actually get two of these on here, and then you have the installation stuff for those screen protectors, which includes a cleaning wipe and a nice little cleaning cloth, because you're going to need to get that nice and clean before you drop those on there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the case. So already I can tell this is going to be a monster case here. This is going to be a big case. Supcase is always usually pretty big, and then you put it on the biggest watch Galaxy Samsung makes, and you're going to end up with a pretty big case for sure, and it is very interesting. Before I go around this guy here, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of it. It looks like it's just going to be nothing too crazy in there. It's going to be a insert through the back type case, pretty common for this type of watch band case. This is the case. Also includes the watch bands, and look at this watch band. That's a pretty decent sized watch band, and it looks pretty darn tiny next to this big case. Look how wide that's going to be. This is going to look cool though. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this on here real quick. We're going to go ahead and pop these current bands off of there. Love that band system. Still love that band system on here. And this is definitely going to be different here, because this is a first. I don't think I've ever seen this from pretty much any case maker. It's going to have the button actually is going to be covered, and because they covered it, they put a cool orange coloring on there to match the orange Ultra button here. So that is pretty darn cool. So let's go ahead and drop it in, and we're going to drop it in buttons first. So we're going to go whoops. Let's try the other way around. We're going to go buttons first, and we're going to drop that right in there, and it just takes a quick push, and there you go. Nice and easy install, which I like a lot, because when I have these cases, I don't wear them every day. I wear them when I want to wear them or when I need to wear one, so it's nice to be able to get them in and out of there pretty easily. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back. Back here is going to have, remember, this is just held in by friction. You got a couple little knobs right there holding it in on both sides of the case, and you can see that you're going to have plenty of space there to get your sensor poking out, so it's going to be able to touch your skin just perfectly. So let's go ahead and look at the right side here, the button side. That is super pretty interesting how they did that there. Those line up just perfectly, and they're pretty indented, so you don't have to worry about accidentally hitting any of those buttons. But then you have the I want to call that the action button, but it's not the action button. I'm drawing a blank what button it is, but you're gonna have that button be able to push in through there, and it will be able to accidentally press. That's only downside to having that button on the outside right there. But you got a hole here, and then let's go around to the top. You got some cool looking design here on the top, a little faux looking bolt action right there. And then you have your band starting right here. This is a 2-hole band, which I do like for no other reason really than it looks cool. I think it looks cooler to have a 2-hole band, which is pretty common for Supcase also. Let's go ahead and take a look at this side right here. You got a nice deep groove cut out right there for your speakers, so you shouldn't have any speaker issues with the case on. And then basically here we go to the top or to the bottom of the watch, and you're going to have the exact same action right there as you did on the other side. So let's take a quick look at the front, and as you can tell, that is nice and beefy, super beefy. Really interesting here It does show the bezel, so the bezel does show through that. That's pretty cool. So you do get a nice looking bezel, so they didn't try to like cover the bezel up and then put a fake bezel on there. So that's good. And then you got these couple little knobbies right here for some design elements. Another little design element here on the top and the bottom. But you can just see these corners right here just really jut out. And I mean, that is like mass quantities of protection right there. Really good protection on the edges and corners of this watch case right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and take a look at how much space we have in the top right there. So this does come to the top, over the top of the watch itself and the bezel. So it's going to give you even more protection from when you're whacking it on the side or on the front here. You're going to be good to go on that right there. You can see where that comes out right there. So whole design is kind of a almost rubber, but more plastic. So like 50% plastic feeling, 50% rubber feeling. Pretty standard. I don't think it's any different than other Supcase cases that I have reviewed for watches. Looks like it's going to be pretty normal. And then the same thing for the body. It's plastic, but you can push into it, so it's like a rubbery plastic, I guess. So let's go ahead and drop this beast on here. I got about a 7-inch wrist. We're going to lock this in with that double lock here. And then I just now noticed, because I felt it, it does have like a little knobby, oops, it does have a little knobby right there. So when you lock that in there, it locks it in. So yeah, so it should keep that follower from slipping out of there with that extra piece right there. Keeps that from popping out there. That's pretty cool, because it only does have the one follower. Nice big fat follower though. Here on the clasp, you got a little Supcase branding right there. It is a metal clasp and black. So from here, it looks like a pretty normal watch band. From here though, holy buckets. That baby is beastly. I mean, that is super big. You can see here on my watch, you're going to have lots of gappage here. Not sure how you can prevent that on a watch band this big, because it actually goes past the edges of my wrist. Yeah, definitely big. Past the edges of my wrist. I'm a little loose here. Let me see if I can tighten that up to one more notch. There we go. That's a little bit better. So does have some gaps right there on each side. Nothing too major, but it does look super cool. So that is a sweet looking watch band. So if you're into like super rugged look here, this is the Watchman or watch case for you. This will definitely not look like anything else that you have. Do a quick comparison. I've already done a video review on the Spigen. I'll link that in behind you. Spigen would be the other leading brand of this, and you can just see how much smaller the Spigen is than the Supcase. But you know, this is really, I think, a personal decision. Whatever your opinion on what looks cooler. So if you want something even like the most rugged looking you can possibly get, that is the way to go right there. So it's super good. Let's go ahead and see how easy it is to pop that guy out of there. Piece of cake. So in and out is good. So when you need some rugged protection, you can throw that baby on there and you can hit the door. And then when you don't, you can pop it back out if you want to, and then just put your standard band on there. But here's the regular watch next to the case. Yeah, ultimate protection. So Supcase Unicorn Beetle Pro rugged watch case. See you in the next one.